Welcome to DVCom Technology. In this lab, I'm going to show to you how to configure LAN-to-LAN VPN through dynamic. So here the dynamic is nothing but everybody will get a confused. So the very important thing is that most of the places you are not able to have a static public IP. So some locations you have a dynamic, some locations maybe you have a static. So now my concern is that in my head office we have a static public IP which is 195.229.219.5, and in branch office we have a DHCP. The public IP as given by DHCP, either you can say PPPoE connection. Okay, so in that scenario how you are going to establish a VPN? So basically whenever you are going to establish a site to site VPN or LAN to LAN VPN, make sure that we should have a IP address, static IP address, or the public IP address has to be reachable in both sides. Correct, guys? But here the problem is in head office I have a static public IP, I don't have any problem. In the branch I don't have a public IP because I have a dynamic public IP. So if I take this dynamic public IP, if I configure it in my head office, in case if that public IP get changed, my VPN tunnel will become down. So what I'm going to do now in DrayTek, we have a very good feature, guys. You can able to configure dynamic. So only in one side you should have a static, or you can configure with DrayDDNS. We can see that in the next videos. Okay, one side only you require a static, or you can go with a DrayDDNS. So that in other side you don't require, you just reach a reachability, you just require internet connection. That's it. So now let's go and configure it first on my HQ side. So my HQ is 195.229.219.5, and let's log in with this. So once you log in at first time, as I told you, make it off. Then after that say okay. Then after that go to the VPN and remote access and click on LAN to LAN VPN. There you can able to see already this tunnel is already configured before. So I'm going to configure my third. Okay guys, okay, if VPTP or LTTP is enabled, our password cannot be null, otherwise the corresponding profile cannot be deleted. Okay, no problem, just click on 3. Then after that you can specify the profile name. So I'm going to say 22962. I can say dynamic VPN, I can say DM. Then enable this profile, then VPN dial out through on my WAN 3. Okay guys, then after that this is acting as a dial in. So let's go to the dial in settings. So I can select IPsec tunnel, either IKEV version 1 or IKEV version 2. Now you can see here in the branch location we don't have a static public IP, even we didn't configure DDNS. That time what you can do, guys, it's very simple and straightforward configuration. Just you can select specify remote VPN gateway and give any one name. So let's say I'm going to give you here branch 2962. Okay guys, branch 2962 is the peer ID. So that peer ID has to be configured in the remote location, guys. That's the secret. Then after that you just click on IKE appreciate key and make sure that it should be matched in both sides, and you can just specify that. So I'm going to specify. Then after that you can click OK. So in case if you want to select the IPsec security method, either use DES, triple DES or AES. I don't want to do anything so far. So I just want to specify 192.168.200.1, and we have other network as well. Just click on more, and I just want to give you 30.1, then which is /24. Then say add, then after that say OK. Then you can click close, then say OK guys. That's it. That's what you have to do it at the HQ side. There you go. The remote network IP of profile is conflict with others, no problem. So I just want to remove this, then say OK. Okay. Now after this, go to the your Vigor 2962 router, which is acting as a branch. So type the username as admin and the password. Then click OK now. As I told you, make it off. Then after that, go to the VPN and remote access here. Then after that, click on LAN to LAN. Then make sure that you can disable the previous one and say OK. So I'm going to configure 3 for dynamic VPN. Then enable this profile and I'm going to say to 3915 DM. Then after that, this guy is going to act as a dial out and always on. Then play with the dial out settings. So I'm going to select here IPsec tunnel. Then after that, here the concern is that I have a public IP for my server side, which is my HQ side, right? So I'm going to specify that public IP and make sure that the pre-shared key has been matched in both sides. Then I'm going to specify the password. Then after that, say OK. Then go to the advanced, and here whenever you are trying to configure, make sure that guys keep it in aggressive mode. Okay. Then here make sure that whatever you specify there, keep remember that what we specified there, just go here, click on this guy, this one, the PID has to be matched. That's it. So I'm going to copy this guy, branch 2962. Okay guys, branch 2962. So let's click on this guy and just select as aggressive mode. He's aggressively trying to establish a communication. That's why I selected that. Then after that, say OK simply. Then after that, go down. Then make sure that you should specify here 192.168.100.1. That's what you need to give, guys. Yeah. Then after that, click on more. There is 20 network is there, 192.168.20.1. So select as /24, say add, click OK. Then close, then say OK. Now go and say OK guys. That's it. See, the tunnel comes back. You nothing to worry guys. It's very simple and straightforward configuration. Now see here, the tunnel is up and it's an IPsec tunnel. It uses AES 128, which is more encrypted, more secure. Yeah. And you can able to see here, these are the virtual network which is configured there. Yeah, in the remote location. And these are the packets for TX and RX. You can able to see it as well. And if you want to verify there, just say OK. Now you can able to see there the tunnel is up. Then click on the connection management. You can able to see it. So this is how you are going to configure the dynamic VPN, guys. So the beauty of the DrayTek is you don't require other side. Okay guys, keep remember this. Let me open my Epic Pen so that you guys can able to understand more and more. So if you see here what I'm trying to say here we have a DHCP dynamic IP. In other side we have a static. Okay guys, so what I'm trying to tell you, in only one location either you need to have a static or you can enable the DrayDNS. In the remote locations, either you can come with the DHCP or static, or it doesn't matter guys. The tunnel is going to establish it for you. But make sure that the peer ID has to be matched in both sides. That's very important. Okay, and pre-shared key and the peer ID you need to define there, then you need to specify it. So similarly, if you have one more location, if it is having a, let's say that we have a DrayTek router over there and it's connected with some different network, create one more VPN tunnel and you can specify the peer ID and make sure that the peer ID has to be configured here. That's it. Then automatically the tunnel is going to establish with your HQ. So this is how it's going to work, the dynamic VPN, guys. Yeah, you can go with the multiple VPN tunnels like this as much as you can. So thank you for watching. For sales, please send us an email, sales@datavoice.com. See you in the next video.